And welcome everyone to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf. I drink and I fail. Happy Friday afternoon, everyone. How are we all feeling? It's almost the end of the week. The weekend is upon us. It's time to sit back and relax, ideally with a nice, friendly drink. Today, we're returning back to the world of Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I guess the world being Santa Destroy. Last time we were playing this, we actually happened to make it all the way to Death Ball number 3, or level number 3, map number 3, and it's been good. It's I am very much looking forward to continuing the adventure. I'll go ahead and preface this stream by suggesting that I am just a bit out of it, folks. Just a bit out of it. And the reason for that is yesterday I happened to take my 4th booster shot. And so, of course, I had the bright idea of also getting my flu shot at the same time, simply because I thought I should save myself a trip to the hospital. And yeah, it is manageable, but it is not great. But I think we'll pull through. I think we've got a few vaccines in our veins, but we're going to pump some alcohol into them as well, and everything in there will have a merry good time. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and check out what's on tap. So this is something that I've had before on stream. This one is called Allagash White. Now, Allagash White is a wheat beer. Well, what's a wheat beer, you ask? And I'll get to you. So a wheat beer is a beer that's largely made of wheat, at least 50% wheat. Unbeknownst to the unfamiliar, beer is generally made from barley, but there's a number of other grains that you can actually use to make beers. Wheat is very famous for being used as a primary ingredient for a number of beers. You've also got things like rye, you've got rice, you've got millet for gluten-free variants. And of course barley. I do like the softness of wheat beers. They tend to be very foamy. Generally, wheat beers are unfiltered, which means that excuse me. During the fermentation process, you don't actually remove the yeast from the concoction, and so it leaves a cloudy color, very similar to hazy IPAs. And so what that does is it gives the beer a bit more body, maybe a texture closer to fruit juice than anything else, than a clear Pilsner per se. Allagash is a craft brewery from Maine, and they're not, I wouldn't say that they're the number one thing that I think about when I think about Maine, because I don't think that much about Maine, but they generally turn out a good product. Allagash White is one of the few Belgian-style wheat beers that I will have with frequency. I prefer to have my wheat beers from either Belgium or Germany. This one is specifically Belgian style, which means it's closer to a wit beer, Witbier. The other style from Germany is known as Hefeweizens. And while Hefeweizens have flavor notes of banana and cloves, like banana bread, Belgian-style wheat beers edge a little more on the citrus flavor. And the can over here says beer with coriander and curacao orange peel. I don't know how to pronounce the C with the D. So as you can imagine, it's a far more citrus experience. To your health, faggot ale. So certainly a little more robust than a Pilsner. Some good sweetness there. Not as heavy as I would have expected for a wheat beer. As you can see, it's actually quite translucent. But maybe that's just a part of their own brewing process. I would certainly recommend this. It's an easy beer to drink. Let me start that again. If you visit a bar and it has something more than Blue Moon as its wheat beer offering, it might have Allagash. So I recommend you have it. Let me go ahead and update my ticker here. Allagash White. Just in case anybody pops in the middle of chat and wonders, what is that scrappy young fella drinking? What is he drinking, and why am I here? Why am I watching him? Well, at least one of those questions will be answered. But enough dilly-dally, shilly-shallying. Let's go on with the main event. Turn on the volume here.
10. Okay, there's a reason I ran away. I know that don't make it okay, but I felt real bad for selling you out to Curtis.
Your 10 seconds are up.
Just a second here.
Now go to hell. Curtis will be waiting for you.
Vengeance for my daughter. girl was murdered. I had to avenge her.
Okay.
That's
Sorry, you guys.
stay alive.
Real life
that
sometimes
Mills?
gets in the way.
Yeah. Find the asshole who killed his kid. Now.
That is not what I wanted to do.
Can't find him.
Listen.
There we go. Like magic. Yes, we have seen this. And we are playing on medium difficulty because that's generally how I've played my normal No More Heroes games. I'm actually using the Switch Pro controller. I know it's classic for No More Heroes games to be played on motion controls. I'm gonna say I didn't feel the need to do that for this particular game. I think I'm fine running it with a standard joypad. I absolutely don't remember what I was doing, so let's have fun figuring that one out. I think we had gone all the way to the 4th floor, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I should have caught the my last stream before starting this one. Do you have anything to say, Bug Extra? I don't think that was even Bug Extra. This turned out to be quite the big mansion. And okay. Trying to remember my controls here, folks. Bear with me for a minute. And that's the death glove. Let's keep going up. Maybe if I check my inventory, it'll show me if I have either coffee or donuts on me. That's generally what I need to proceed. Character select. Where am I in terms of leveling up? So I like to level up both characters at the same time, so it'll take me 4,000 experience points to get to where I need to be. A green door. You have nothing to say. 404. We haven't gone through 403 or 402. Well, I guess we're just going to play the game of enter every door. Ah, Bug Jiro, I think. We got a customer. Welcome. Come on in. Give me your best ramen. Sure thing. Here you go. I think we've already had this one, actually. So having the ramen actually powers up my R attack, so I guess that wasn't worth nothing. Let's go back to 405 in just a second. It's kind of creepy that there's a figure waiting for you at the end of every room. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Catherine, tofu donuts are really healthy. Don't worry, just eat them. I've never had a tofu donut, but I am a fan of tofu in general. Alright, let's go through that open level. Even if we've already done it, at the very least, we might get some more experience. I might warm up these old digits. This seems familiar, maybe? Lovely platforming. Some of these parts it would be nice to turn around the map like oh no! What do you call it? Super Paper Mario. Jeez, guy. Jeez. Oh no. Wrong with that. That was just my body double. Oh. That's good. Oh wait. And there he goes. Oh, he's just spitting them out. That wasn't smart. I can't get out of this blasted skull. Well, I can see why that was happening. What a nuisance. Let's charge up. Those explosions actually take a good chunk out of you. I don't think I remember this level, so I think we're in the right path. Just love the simplicity of the combos here. What if I keep going? This reminds me of those treetop towns in Donkey Kong Country, the first. I really liked those levels. Something about the atmosphere that those levels would engender. Throwing out more than the standard enemy. Beautiful. So that's blocked, I guess. We might need to go back. Well, the nice thing about this is that it actually resets me right before the fall. I don't know if it's taking away all my lives though. I don't actually know if this game has lives. If it's a representation of video games though, I bet it does. Nice. Clearly I need to go up there. If only I had a blue Yoshi. Trying to get rid of this knucklehead before I challenge the other guys. You're still alive. Very nice, friend. And there's my ride. Making sure that some other path didn't open. Wow. Some of these hops are just... well, they're no mutant muds, I'll tell you that, but they are not simple. Anyone play the old Mutant Muds? I played it on the 3DS back in the day. Very challenging game. I honestly felt like I put in way too much time into it for very little payback. Not too bad. Oh no. So it's coming from that direction. Should I try and attack from here, or what's the story? I can't even see it. Oh, there. And of course, Churro decides to freak me out at this particular moment. Hey, buddy, can you relax? Let's see. Churro! Mow through these chunks. As long as I get the first shot, it's generally easy to get these foot soldiers. Okay, I want to go back. Oh, and of course I can't go back. That's unfair. That's unfair, game. You didn't give me a choice. I was just trying to explore. Have half a mind to do this stage all over again. Alright, let's activate the heal. And if you're just joining us, I'm still enjoying an Allagash White. Fang and ale. This guy's tough. And there he goes. Can I go back now? Probably not. Probably not. How far is this going? Wait a second. That's no good. I need to go back up. This game is not letting me explore the way I want to. I also can't attack while I'm hopping. Alright, let's just move on. What is over here? What? Ah, I hate this guy. Lindbug, who are you? You are going down. You're gonna die. way too zoomed in. I don't like it. Okay. And back to full. I don't know if I should have kept going down. Now I will never know. And there's my coffee.
Got coffee?
Uchunyari. I'm gonna repeat this level. And there's the door. Nothing wrong with grinding just a little bit. Just a second here, folks. It seems like feeding the bugs fix the bugs in the mansion. We may be able to go somewhere new now. And just a bit of housekeeping here, folks. Alright. I'm going to actually go ahead and do this level again. How far am I into leveling up? 885. Nowhere close. Let me try and repeat this, get the other paths. Attack power. I still have 2 lives. Which means that taking that fall damage didn't hurt me. You know, I've been playing this game for a few weeks and yet I still don't know what's the point of the coins. I'm too fast for you, buddy. Flawless victory. Now that's what I call, yeah, I was trying to sound cool. I didn't come up with a phrase. And that's too high, but we'll go back there at some point. Oh no. Okay, now we get to go up in Treetop Village. This death ball has certainly gone in an interesting way. It's like a murderous whodunit, but then you need to free the souls of those murdered with... Oh no. Love the comeback. So we're trying to free the souls of those who have been murdered with coffee and donuts. And we started in desert levels or like wasteland levels, but now we're like in a jungle type location. Okay, so today we're going to go left. Maybe it's nothing, but at the very least it'll satiate my curiosity. Looks like it was something. Oh hey, I guess there's alternate paths here. Trying to make sure that I land on these donuts. Oh, a new chip. Skill chip. Now I wish that I could run this game with a guide to get every single chip. Chips are good. But my favorite chips are kettle cooked. Actually, maybe I should go ahead and check out what the chip is all about. I collect it and then I never use it. Shouldn't you guys just be running around like roaches? I'm killing you like butter. Who's left? It's those platform enemies. So let's see what the chip is about. Weapon skills. So the newest one is the Triple Crown. This is a Batman only skill. Attack power increases with each beer, but a chance of getting drunk also increases with each beer. See, this is the type of power that compels me. I'll probably just go ahead and equip it on Batman. If I could. Just so that I don't forget. Have one on me, buddy. I like the fact that I can choose different chips for both characters, and that they can't simply be reused by both of them at the same time. Forces you to try out different things. Not letting him attack. Let's charge up. Which, with each beer you get worse. Never heard of that. Alright, so that was the donut left down. Whoa, I almost fell. What? Ah, an Azteca stone. Not bad. If only the game would have allowed me to explore the first time around. So I'm just waiting for that donut to come back. I should charge up my blade. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's this stupid fight. Why did he go back? think this is almost the end. No, I wish I had a donut. I was trying to think if I actually ever have coffee and donuts. Oh, hey. Can I try it? What is happening here? Ah, Bugzero, let me in. Fine. Fine. Let's get out of here. Can't win them all. So at least we made it out with one new skill chip and some good experience with us. Let's see, where are we in terms of leveling up? 1300, so not too bad. Let's see what might have opened up. Again, I really wish the game would just show you these are the places that you haven't gone to. 402 looks promising. Let's go to 402. So another treetop level. Let's go ahead and charge up before we get started. Nice. Some more donut lifts. I meant to suggest that I dislike this death ball, but I'm really ready to try out the next one. So does anyone have any fun weekend plans? Can't say that I do, but I sure hope to have some delicious food at some point. Nice. Maybe some pizza. Maybe some burritos. Both are lovely meals. You know what I haven't had in a while? Some good Sparrows. Those guys give you gigantic pizzas. And yes, maybe not the greatest quality, but it's almost nostalgic because I would always have them whenever I would go to the mall. And maybe the reason why I haven't had it recently is because ever since the pandemic started, I haven't really gone to the mall. What is this punker? I am just beating you down, buddy. And you are out. But then again, I don't know too many malls in the West Coast with Sparrows. Certainly in the East Coast, there was many of them. As for my favorites, I think it was actually the... Wow! This is turning out to be like the stream from last week. My favorite pizza from them was actually just classic pepperoni and sausage. Nothing too fancy, but it always felt like you were eating a wad of pie. I like hearty helpings. What is it? Can you actually use that stick? I wonder. No, you can't. Where's the thing? Okay. But what is your favorite pizza type? Pizza topping? It's kind of toasty around here. I actually feel the temperature first in my goggles than in the rest of my body. Okay, what are you guys doing? Well, goodbye. That sounds like the voice of Mr. Manhattan, which I really didn't like, from Death Vault number 2. Oh no, my chips. Alright, so can't really go back. Why did the camera zoom out this much? Very unusual. Is it something I did? Best not to think about it too much. Maybe it's just one of those vaccine after effects. For all I know, I'm actually not streaming. Platforming on some of this. Oh, back to the start, huh? Okay. Here's me trying to make it as quick as possible. Okay. No, actually wasn't that difficult. Oh wait, what am I doing? What am I even doing? And charge time. That sounds like a good idea. Coasters are the bane of me. Oh, this is a different colored donut. So no bounce. Oh, you can actually just bat them away. I see. gotta make sure that I don't lose the donut. Good. Wow, I almost fell off the donut. How many times have I said donut in the stream? And we made it home. Wait, is it gonna go down? Are there secrets here? Give me these secrets. There's a donut. Gold bug. What the hell are you? Time to go to sleep. You're gonna die. Guys, be a bit more creative. I just unpacked on that guy. Before I claim this final donut though. Actually, I'll just claim it. There's the door. Ah, matcha donuts. That's why it was green. Of course I can't go back. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that run. There's no need to repeat this level. Trying to get this blasted coaster. Okay. How about asking him directly? Offer him coffee and donuts, his favorites. Out of sheer happiness, the spirit remaining in his body should tell you something. Is that how that goes? Yeah, that sounds fine. Here, coffee and donuts. Is someone there? I'm so hungry. I can't see a thing. Hey, he's alive. So you're hungry, huh? Here's some coffee and donuts. Please help yourself. Very nice of you, Batman. Maybe you're not so bad after all. Maybe. Brian Buster Jr. Why? Why would you let me reach game over? My work is done. I want to die. The heated, excited battles of days long past are no more. The bitterness and the sweetness, it's delicious. Coffee and donuts are like his life source. He had exacted his revenge, lost a lot of worthy opponents, and with nothing left in this world, he attempted to take his own life. Did I do something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong here in this world. Now we can finally proceed. There was a heavy door in the lobby. It should be open now. Let's go. The time for peace and quiet is over. Okay, but before we do that, let me just check. Check. It's a nice shirt. Alright. Let's move on. So our objective is the large set of doors in the first floor. But I'm going to check to see if there's any other doors that just opened. Anything with a light. I should also save my game. Hey, there's still a door that's not open. I have the feeling that I should go through every door now. Such is my OCD. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Catherine, I recently found out why donuts have holes in them. It's connected to deep sea. It's food for deep sea fish. Yeah, Bug Extra, you do you. Let's go ahead and charge our beam. Get some ramen. My power has been recovered. Is there enemies here? I think this is the first time that I come across enemies in this map. Yeah, I've never actually done it. Oh no, it blew up. It seems that defeating the bugs fixed the bugs in the mansion. We may be able to go somewhere new now. So we didn't actually need to defeat all of them, just survive their attack. And see, that's what you get for checking places out. Stomach is not doing great. Almost feel like switching to Batman for a few minutes, but I'll do that after I save. 405, 6. Okay, Bug Extra. I think we talked to you already. Going and checking out the hotel. Why am I still alive? And I think this middle elevator has that door that's still bugged. Oh, but 303 is not bugged. Okay, so 303 and 304 are the ones that are not bugged yet. Go check out 303. But before we do that, let's take a quick break. We will be right back. Alright, and we are back. And one thing that I checked out during the pause was the number of the number of folks in at least viewing this stream versus the number of people actually viewing the stream. What is it? Users versus viewers. It's always fun to check out how many bots are following me. Bots, please come in, grab a drink, make yourself cozy. Organic or synthetic, you are all welcome here. Oh, hey, this is the other side. We got a customer. Welcome. Come on in. Give me your best ramen. Sure thing. Here you go.
Itadakimasu. Oyaji, gochisousama.
And the new ramen. Niigata miso. The pure spring water from Niigata complements the umami-rich miso broth. Now that sounds delightful. So back to full power. Interesting that was the sole purpose of that excursion, but I don't disagree. Let's see, where are we? So 304 is the only one that's still unopened. Let's see if there's anything else we are missing. Let's go back to floor number 2. Did we just... oh, right. So we have to go to floor 4 and then go 2 stories down to get to floor 2. So everyone remember, 304 is still unopened. Ah man, you silly goose. Check out some of these doors. Bug extra. What's going on? Grandpa's words of wisdom. Siphon Brewed or GTF. The nostalgic rhythm of the coffee siphon or the cafe under the tracks. Perfect for killing time while waiting for the laundromat. The aroma brings tears to my eyes. Is that a lovely memory? Or is it for atonement? It's a mystery. Yo, Bug Extra sure has is a very reflexive fellow. I wonder what he was like in real life. As in when he was alive. Now, I'm not a coffee connoisseur, a CC if you will. So I don't know too much about coffee in general. I'm not touching that door until I finish exploring the mansion. 203. Oh, let's check this out. Let's check this out. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Catherine. The sweets best suited to coffee are donuts. It's double berry cheesecake. Believe it. I love cheesecake. I feel like we've been talking about food quite a lot in this game session. Between donuts, pizza, now cheesecake. But what is your favorite cheesecake? I really like okay, I'm just going to go ahead and reference the Cheesecake Factory. It is actually the place where I've had my first cheesecake. And so they had a... They have a dulce de leche cream cheesecake. Dulce de leche cheesecake. I order it every time that I've gone. And of course I've only gone a scant number of times. I can't say that I have a cheesecake too often. Stay away. Stay away. This force field is probably gonna take away my chips. And there it goes. Yes. Oh, come on. Sword plant. Oh, this is strong. Let's go. Wow. Maybe we need to handle this like a real fight. Wow. Ooh, I can't dodge. Ah, these things, I hate them. Okay, we need to charge our blade first. Wow, these guys just keep coming. Take care of that guy. Whoa. They just keep coming. Oh no, a shield, dude. And of course these drill punks. Whew. I am impressed with the number of enemies in this room. Ah, I didn't get a single one. But yeah, what's your favorite type of cheesecake? I guess plain strawberry is actually quite good as well. I'm going to die, aren't I? Okay, that's it. Wow. I honestly felt like that was it for me. It seems that defeating the bugs fixed the bugs in the mansion. We may be able to go somewhere new now. So, still looking at you, door 304. I guess I'm kind of a sucker for just going and checking things out before I leave. What is this? Bug extract. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Catherine coffee was best with Japanese sweets called Shiratama Anmitsu. Try it, you'll be amazed. Who is Catherine? And who is Slade? Okay, 103, we've been there. Very close to the save. And this is our friend. 105. And these are the dudes from when we first got here. So I'm going to save and I'm going to switch over to Batman. Okay, we've essentially revisited the entire mansion. Sweet relaxation.
Ooh.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's see if we can just go ahead and switch. So experience is at 2700, still 1300 away from what we want.
Charlotte.
And let's see that our skills are where they need to be. Psycho chip. So this is just shots. 00 chip. A quick dash. I honestly don't think we need that. How about this heavy chip? So it's like a field effect. This is the bomb. So let's go ahead and switch this with the Atlas chip. And then over here put these, not the psycho, the heavy chip. And then this triple crown. Am I a dangerous daring player? Should I check what that does? And let's go save with this guy. And let's go check out room 304 before we go to that main room. Alright, there we go. And I'm very close to finishing this up. Maybe we'll find the next beer right before those main doors. You know, for this being an any percentage run, I am doing my darndest to get everything. For reasons I will never understand. 305. Okay. So that's 304. Already in 303, so let's check it out. Hopefully something worthwhile, like a new chip. Oh, we're back to the wasteland. What? It's a life? What is this thing? What are we doing here, folks? Ah. A gold one. Batter up. Blue. They come in all colors, like Jinjos. Wonderful. Completely missed that one. I guess that was it. So, what was the point of that? Very interesting. I wish they would tell you at least what the objective there was. I have half a mind to actually go in there and check out what happens if I take down all of those creatures. So let's try one more time. Let's get poked, as they say. Wow. No more jumping, just batting. Nah, I don't think they're gonna show up, are they? Maybe not. Well, I'm going to assume that it was some sort of bonus room. Okay. So let me go meet Bugjiro one more time and get my power all the way up. Give me your best ramen. Sure thing. Here you go.
Itadakimasu. That was good.
And where am I? Oh wow, I'm actually 100 away from leveling up. I think I'm going to grind 100 XP before the boss, and then I'll try it out. 100 XP is actually quite minimal. Maybe some of those creatures that I destroyed were actually good in terms of experience. Let's go into any room. Sure, why not? Okay, let's see where we are. And if you're just joining us, we're actually wrapping up with an Allagash White, which is a Belgian-style wheat beer by Allagash. And doing some skillful platforming here. I've gotta say, as much as I love using Travis, there's something so incredibly satisfying about batting enemies away. The use of the bat has some, it has some heft to it. And so in terms of stats, Travis is actually the more attack-based, whereas Batman actually has higher defense. But it's only ever so slightly. It's not very significant. You know, and I still haven't used my new chip. I feel like using it now. Let's wait for the next corner battle. Okay. Okay, so I had one gear. What does that do? Wow, look at that. I think maybe the beer effect is signified by this square. Whoa, hey. You have a bomb on you. Oh, nice. Actually, that's, I haven't used the bomb chip too much, but it is actually quite powerful. Hopefully I didn't randomly just choose a level with heavy platforming. I just needed to grind 100 XP, that's all. What are you doing, dude? Oh, come on! It just slid off on the combo. I'm gonna have some more beers. See what happens. And I felt like it was supposed to stack, but at least that first effect is gone. The bomb has been planted. That actually hurt me, because if it did, that's not very nice. There he goes. Okay, and then the weird camera angle. It's too bad I can't just pop out of the level, even though I've already completed it. Let's just go. Okay, I think we're close to the end. Batman just doesn't hold back with sailor language. Oh, is this the part where you just have to follow along with the donut? That's not good. Unfortunately, I just keep getting hit here. Richard Travis. Oh boy. Or at least I should get the other chip. Heavy chip. Let's put the triple crown where the heavy chip is. Yeah. That way both heals are on the same location. Okay, now it's gonna take a few seconds to power up. And by a few seconds, I mean a lot of seconds. Really, what I should have done is just switch to Travis, but I'm stubborn that way. Okay, so my, what is it called? Titanic chip is recharged. I think that initial effect is gone though. And we're halfway there. Is it even worth it to wait? I'm gonna keep getting hit, aren't I? Just waiting for that blasted donut. Wow. This is riveting. Okay, can I even go back? Co-op, level up switch. Back to trailer. No, I don't want to go back to trailer. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to select character.
I'll be back.
Very sad, folks, very sad. Is the donut returning at all? I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait here. It's a pretty long track. I could also just kill myself. Let's give it another 30 seconds or so. And then if it doesn't show up. Alright, switch to Batman. Commit suicide.
Charlotte.
There it is. Why did it take so long? Jump, dude! Oh, wow. Okay. Let's take a beer. I'm sure it'll be alright. Out of all the levels I had to choose, though, I had to go with the one with the most insane platforming. That's on me. I should have chosen the 200s or something. Of course. Very nice bats you're contemplating there. So at about 4 p.m. PST, we'll actually switch over from Travis Strikes Again to Elden Ring, if you are of the inclination. And of course, I'll be joined by friend of the stream, John, for that one. I feel like I need to recharge urgently. Okay, so at least we're up to crotch length. Hey, come on. Why is this battle so close? Is that it? Good. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. let's go. Let's go find another beer. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back on the other side. And then we'll level up and tackle the boss for this level. So we will be right back. this. Alright, that's a little bit better. Playing some forecast, lo-fi forecast. So, I was honestly thinking about grabbing something a little heavier during the break, but it is really hot today, and so I decided to go with something light. And so I think I've had this before on stream, but forgive me if I have not. This is a Summer Goddess. And of course I am using the camera as a mirror, and I am very confused by doing that. So that's Summer Goddess. Once again brewed by our friends at Blue Oak. Summer Goddess is a sour ale brewed with peaches and blood oranges. So what is a sour ale? Well, they say that in beer there's 3 main flavor profiles. You've got sweetness, and that comes from the grains and the malts. You've got bitterness, which comes generally from the hops. And then you've got sourness, which has a couple of different sources, but the main ones are bacteria. I believe it's generally lactobacillus, or certain types of yeast known as Brettanomyces. And these are yeasts found out in the wild, I think in Belgium. Generally, you don't want bacteria in your brew, but this is one of the few instances where having those particular organisms actually add to the tart taste of the beer. Sour ales are not generally favored, or at least they haven't been the most popular flavor, but I would say they're picking up steam. They taste like very delicious fruit juice, and I can compare it to things like orange juice or pineapple juice. It's quite a vast world out there with sour ales, and so if you're a newcomer to the world of beer, but you like things like what's a good synonym for fruit juice? For pressed pulp. I would say maybe you could find a home with sour ales. Now, Blue Oak is a craft brewery in San Carlos, California. I suggest that if you're in the Bay Area, you pay them a visit. I know the owner, and he's a delightful fella. And I don't think I've had anything from Blue Oak that I haven't at least liked. Let's go ahead and pour this one. And there it goes. Something with a bit more head than I expected. As you can see, it's actually very cloudy. You can't see through it, so you can tell that it was unfiltered. Fang ale, dear viewer. So very sharp nose. Very strong taste of mango. I almost feel like I'm having alcoholic mango juice. Certainly very citrusy tail. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter. Summer Goddess. Fresh peaches and strawberries make this delicious sour ale just a thing to beat the summer heat. Well, good, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. It is toasty. Alright, let me go ahead and update my ticker. There you go. And now anyone that's just dropping into the stream knows exactly what I'm drinking. With that, let's go back into the action. Okay, so our mission was to get some EXP, which we will do. Let's go ahead and find that save point first. Actually, let me go ahead and recharge my power. by eating some delicious ramen. We got a customer, welcome, come on in. Give me your best ramen. Sure thing. Here you go.
Itadakimasu.
How respectful.
That was good.
Oh, and actually, that also recharges your energy, so that's neat. Let's go find that safe spot, and then we'll go to the boss. Sorry, let's level up after we find that safe spot. And I picked the wrong door here. Okay. Hopefully there's an elevator all the way back here. Yes, there is. Take another elevator down. At this point, I believe that we've actually explored the entirety of the mansion, so I feel pretty satisfied. No need to explore any further. Honestly, I like the background music here, but it doesn't say anything about the murderer or the old man or anything like that. The tone of the background music here just completely clashes with that opening movie. And I think you have to catch 2 streams ago to catch that opening movie. Okay, so level up. 2, level 6.
Swing!
Alright, so both boys that are at level 6. Travis has an attack power of 75 in comparison to Batman's, which is 65. Of course, because Travis has a beam katana, whereas Batman just has a bat. That being said, Batman has 60 points more of hit points than Travis, so he's the sturdier fella. And let me go ahead and add some chips to Travis, just because I know that we'll probably have to go back to him in the middle of the fight. Heavy chip, or the 00 chip, performs a quick dash. I still haven't found a good use for that. Maybe what will happen is if I have to switch, I'll just put the upside down A chip on Travis. Alright, and let's go ahead and save up. Save up or save down. Drop a load, as they say. Delicious. Oh, okay. Did I miss a cutscene here? No, I didn't. I just randomly went into a door. Okay, let's do it. Batter up. Is this the mech? Wow. That is menacing to say the least. Who are you? The name's Batman. I'm an assassin, just got here. Have you come to kill me? Depends. Stay alive or get killed. It's up to you. Why have I returned? Did you do this? Some top dickhead with funny glasses called Travis, he did it. Why? I was seeking death. I am tired and I just want to die. So I made it look like a murder. I thought everything so thoroughly. And your little murder was solved. By whom? That dickhead Travis. You should have just...
Okay, Moto by De La Carchia. Playing on Spotify.
Hey Google, stop. Ah. I wonder what I said. You should have just left it alone, you goddamn fool. I just said it wasn't me, asshole. I'll agree he's a goddamn fool, though. You worthless little punk. This old bastard's a waste of time. He's too... Draw your sword. I'll put you down like a dog. Fine. It's a bat, though. I'll bury you myself, you crazy-ass undead geezer. Dad, it's showtime. With suit, onward. Okay, here we go, some mech battles. That guy is big. And I'm trying to drink as much beer as possible. Whoa, hey. Oh, I didn't roll out fast enough. Ah, jeez. Drink another one. Did I roll away in safety? Wow. That's no good. My reflexes are not very good. Oh no. We have to switch to Travis. Okay, character select.
I'll be back.
Sure you will, lad. Sure you will. Okay. Let's see what Travis can do here. Oh. Okay, I didn't assume that I would have to face the Colossal Titan. Where am I? Whoa. What is happening? I have no idea what's happening here, folks. Am I just... Jeez, where am I? If I choose a different character.
Charlotte.
Guy, why did you... You put me at such a odd camera angle. What am I supposed to do? I'm just getting killed here. What is happening? I am literally, I don't know what's... Like I'm moving my controls and nothing is happening. Okay, I need to Google this, whatever, kill. Go ahead and kill me. That was so dumb. Let me Google this. Brian Buster Jr. Is there like a glitch? Glitch in Coffee and Donuts bonus fight. Okay, can you just let me through? The Big Mac activating during Brian Buster made the screen glitch out. Fight and sound were obscured by a black background with speediness. That's true. I want to add this to known issues. Can you give me your system? I'm not able to take a screen. This is Steam though. I'm playing on the Switch. I guess I'll just try again. Wow, that was obnoxious. Why would it just put me here? I have no idea what's happening. I'm just gonna go back to trailer. So stupid game, so stupid. Very demoralizing. Let's try to do that fight again. I don't know, don't save. I don't want to save, come on. This better not override my progress. Pretty sure I just screwed myself, didn't I? Come on, just go back.
I will back.
I don't want to start the game. I want to go back to where I was. Ah!
I'll be back.
Okay, yes, we know. This is gonna be so annoying if it's going to push me back all the way to the first floor. Why do I... I don't care. I just want to go back to the boss fight. It looks like this might work after all. Yes, we know. We've had this conversation. Whoa, hey. And here's me trying to deploy the Sentinel. Got hit by the Hadouken, of course. I hit my own guy. Got hit in the face. Nice. Now! Okay, now don't glitch out. Don't glitch out on me. Oh, okay. Good. I'm gonna switch characters.
Time
Bad
to
rap.
knock out a homer.
Oh, good. Wow. Nice. Wow. Goodbye, old man. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Good, good. Wow. I probably would have finished that fight that first time if I hadn't been hit by that glitch. And he rank A, so not too bad. You went easy on me, punk. I'm older than you seem to think, and I didn't go easy on you either. It was tough enough taking your crazy old ass out. You got good eyes, boy. Dangerous, but good. Seriously, I'm no goddamn boy. Guess I'm just wasting my breath. That was fun. I led a good life. Goodbye, punk. You were batshit crazy, but you were funny. R.I.P., old man. Alright, let's try to do this without coughing. A man lives constantly seeking the moment his petals drop. Batman, when your time comes, be sure to look your killer in the eye. Be sure to look your killer in the eye. New skill chip. Strike freedom chip. Alright, death ball number 3 finished. So we actually made some good progress here. And I think that's the end of it, right? Brian Buster Jr. sought out death. Seeing him struggle to search for a place to die was pitiful. So, why didn't he choose suicide? The fear of death? That's not it. He had no right to die by his own hand. I felt like he realized that dying like a dog was the only way for him to atone. Could I live like he did? Nope. That old dude was a real man. Whatever anyone else may say, he really was a real man. Rest in peace. Fax received from Kay. A new scenario has been added to Travis Strikes Back. Head for him with the motorcycle. And that's how we'll probably get our new death ball. Let's go ahead and save. I'll read the facts and then we'll cut out. Alright, let's check out that fax. Number 10,100. Travis touchdown. Before you begin the game, I want you to think hard for a second. Which is more important to you, your life or video games? This console, the DDMK2, brings death to its players. You played it, you should know this better than anyone. Diving into the world of the dead. Wait a second, I already read this, haven't I? So you've cleared the third game. Simply knowing the following information puts your lives further in danger. So I didn't want to tell you, but now I guess I have no choice. The military and the CIA were involved in the development of the DDMK-2. Juvenile and I first met in the DDMK-2 lab. Barely 10 years old at the time, we were both orphans, and were scouted by development team after our hyperintelligence was noticed. The DDMK-2 was originally developed for a project to move people to Mars. In this project, the globe would collect personal data and then send that data to a machine on Mars. There, a device sort of like a 3D printer would create a clone of the person, thus populating the planet with human Martians. However, the CIA repurposed the technology for a different project in which they planned to create murder machines here on Earth. Drones could be used to haul the printers to enemy territory and print out soldiers there. They could pull off everything from assassinations to full-on terrorism to their heart's contents. The printers are terrifyingly accurate and can print up everything from humans to weapons. In order to stop this project from taking off, Juvenile planted bugs in the mother machine, still in development, preventing it from working properly. Now you can probably imagine just what will happen if you manage to clear all of these games. That's right, the mother machine will lie dormant underneath CIA HQ will reset, and the CIA will revive the Death Drive project. Please, I beg of you, stop and turn back now. God bless America. Okay, so now we know that what we are doing is actually going to bring about everyone's doom. This show just got heavy. Okay, let me go ahead and just save and quit. But that is it. I think that is it for us. So, following the intermission, we'll actually be playing Elden Ring with friend of the stream, John. So, if you're a fan of Elden Ring or a fan of people dying in Elden Ring, then I suggest you stay on. If not, tune in next week, Thursday, for my retro selection at 2 o'clock p.m. Standard Time. I'll be playing Banjo-Kazooie, the N64 classic. And next Friday, around this time, I'll be playing Hades, which is also a very fun game. Alright. But yeah, I will either see you at the other side of this break or I'll see you next week. However it might play out, stay thirsty, Wolfkin. See you again. Okay, and welcome back everyone. Hopefully, you stuck around after Travis strikes again and you are joining us for Elden Ring. And for those of you that decided to just jump on stream simply because you are craving for more of that Elden Ring content, well, I'm glad you found your way here. This is the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. My name is Aelwolf. I drink and I fail. Today we're joined by old-time friend of the stream, John. John, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. What's happening this Friday afternoon? Are you all clocked out from work? Are you ready to enjoy the weekend?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready to enjoy the weekend, I guess.
That's good. I'm glad that you are ready. If you weren't ready, then you should just go back to work, I guess.
Yes, of course.
So, I haven't touched this game in quite some time. And I think what I was doing last time I was playing was grinding levels, so I think we'll probably be doing some more of that. Have you? I think we spoke briefly earlier, but you actually haven't been playing the game. You've actually been playing World of Warcraft. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's correct. So the last time that I played this game, I probably left off somewhere around. Actually, I'm pretty sure I left off right in the main boss of the castle, the main person that you're going out, that you've been tasked by your masked friend to go out and kill. So I'm right there. I did try and attempt them a few times, but been unsuccessful. But then I kind of left off because I've been busy playing World of Warcraft, or rather the Lich King class.
Okay. Well, let's get into some more of that in a bit. Before we get started, though, just to remind those of you that only just hopped on, I'm enjoying a Summer Goddess this afternoon. It's a sour ale brewed with peaches and blood oranges. It is probably the closest beer that I can think of that tastes like mango juice. So if you're of said inclination, I suggest you have it. Brewed by Blue Oak in San Carlos, California. It's a delicious beer. Very, very fulfilling. Bang and ale. But with that, let's get on to this. Let's get on to this show.
It's nice to hear a familiar name in Blue. Good to see that they're still alive and kicking.
Yeah, I think they're actually doing quite well. Well, to be honest with you, I hear that you'll be traveling to the West Coast in a few months, John. Are you looking forward to visiting Blue Oak?
Yeah, I may be traveling sometime in the near future towards the West Coast, so
Yeah.
who knows what exciting characters I might meet over there. And yeah, I wouldn't object to the idea of going over there, though. Can't say that I would drink too many of the things that they offer at Blue Oak, but it sure would be nice to revisit and kind of go on tread ground again, I guess.
Of course. Meet all of those characters in California, like the governor, Gavin Newsom,
Yeah.
the brewer
How did you know-
from Blue Oak.
How did you know I was going to go and meet Gavin Newsom, actually?
Then the magician, of course, and who else lives here? Ti, does he live in California?
T.I. I don't know.
I feel like he does.
Well, I guess if I run into him, I'm sure he'll approach me first, and we can have a conversation. I'm not gonna go out and look for him.
So, as I mentioned earlier, what I've been doing is trying to grind out some levels before I face Margit again. So that's, I think, most of what I will be doing this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get down my battle techniques.
That's good.
Wow, this guy. And of course I forget my attack button every time I'm in the heat of battle. What level are you in, by the way?
You mean like what area am I in, or what?
No,
what's my
I'm
level?
actually asking about your character level.
Gosh, it's been a while since I've checked that number.
Just hit start. We'll all know.
Hold on. You know, I might be fending off baddies as well. You might not be the only one engaged in combat.
Of course. Alright. So I might pick up a few more of these barbarians. Or Bavarians, as they say.
I'll be right back. One quick second.
So let's see, light attack, heavy attack, shield up, jump, roll, and then use things is with a Y. What does X do? Oh, I see, that's the shortcut. And L2 is our shield charge, which for the life of me I haven't been able to actually use for anything. There you are, friends. Oh. Who would have thought that wolf just tackled you? Oh, come on. Wow. Wolf tackle. Ridiculous. Certainly the funny thing about this game is I always press X instead of Y. It's just double nature, second nature, second life. The Sims. What's one of these things? I seem to have lost my way. Let's see.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey.
And by the way, to answer your question, I am level 25.
Level 20.
Yes. How about you? What's your current level?
I think I'm at 21.
Oh, nice.
Demoralizing to just get killed by wolves when I can one-hit them already.
I see what you mean.
Alright. Let's go get that XP. Let's go get my stuff and then deal with you lot later. Somebody in the chat. Clips Fiskin. Very much appreciate the comment on the goggles. I thought, if I'm streaming, why not do it in style? So, John, have you consumed any good media recently?
Recently... Oh, well, I actually did want to talk about this on stream, is that I did take your recommendation and I watched RRR.
RRR, the movie from Netflix.
Yes.
Presentation is king. Yes, indeed it is. Clips Fiskin. Clip Fiskin. So what did you think of the movie?
So it was kind of, it was definitely a trip. I will say that. I think that, you know, to quote one of our chatters, presentation is king, and that movie definitely had a lot of presentation.
Yeah, actually, are you familiar with a lot of works of Bollywood, I guess? I don't actually know if all films from India are supposed to be Bollywood, but that is the term that I generally hear.
So this movie, it's kind of interesting. I did some research, and apparently this film isn't Bollywood, but it's actually a different term. I'm forgetting what it is.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Chat, are you familiar with the films of India? The oeuvre of Indian films. Well, that's digesting. Yeah, so would you recommend the movie at all? Did you like the plot?
So I thought that the plot was pretty interesting. I thought that you know, it's a pretty straightforward plot, so you know it's not gonna have a whole bunch of twists and turns that you're not gonna expect. But I think that just the way that it was pulled off, like the whole how do you say, like the whole presentation, how everything was kind of
Jeez.
over the top, and you kind of have to think, if you watch anime, you kind of have to use the same logic as anime logic to watch that movie, because a lot of it is like very over the top. You know, I think there was one scene where, you know, they were both rescuing a kid from a burning bridge or something like that, and then one of them rides off of the bridge with a motorcycle, and then the other one rides off the bridge with a horse, and then they both happen to grab onto like a piece of cloth or something, and then they both magically just make it towards the center, towards the underneath center of the bridge, and then they do like a bro handshake.
And I think one of them is holding like a flag, right?
Yes, one of them is holding a flag.
Yeah, it's So anyone watching this stream out there, highly recommend watching the film RRR. It is very compelling. It's on Netflix. It's a story about two fellas who I don't even know how to explain it, because it's so. Let's just say that they're very powerful guys. They have a mission. It seems kind of opposing at the beginning, at least. And they become buddies, and then the story unfolds. Would you say you had a favorite scene?
No favorite scene. It has been a minute since I've watched that movie, so I need to think back a little bit.
Very close to leveling up. I might start fighting giants after this. Or at least attempt to. Okay. Yeah, so I certainly liked it a lot. I might give it another watch if it wasn't 3 hours long.
Yeah, it is pretty absurd how long that movie is.
Did you also enjoy the fact that like right at a specific climactic point, they go like into a complete like flashback for about an hour? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Let me think. Is this? I think you're gonna have to refresh my memory.
Like one of them is going to the governor's castle because they're gonna, I think, kill a little girl or something like that. And they're like opposing, and then I think they kind of have come to blows, and then like right as one of them is gonna fall, they grab each other, and then like flashback to their childhood.
Oh right, I remember. I'm starting to remember now. Yeah, that sequence was pretty long. I actually did enjoy that. I think that is one of my more favorable sequences in that film. I think that the whole kind of idea that, you know, he remembers his dad and, you know, all the trouble that he went through. I thought that was pretty compelling. Pretty well done.
But it was I like how they go back, and I guess mild spoilers for RRR. Even if we spoil the whole movie, I feel like you should go out and watch it. But the thing with his dad is that he's. I guess I'm also just trying to remember exactly what happened, but it's like he's trying to defend his village, and he like has exactly like one rifle or something crazy like that. And of course, with this one rifle, he's taking out the entire other army. But at some point, the dad can no longer fight. And so he teaches the son how to like shoot in the middle of battle. And he's like, aim, load, and I think it's fire. And then just he keeps saying that. Very dramatic. Oh, come on.
Yeah, minor correction. He says shoot.
Shoot.
Yes.
This guy is tough. And he's out.
I guess since we're on the idea of spoilers, I think probably the funniest part to me was how in the end, one of them was basically just, I think one of them was riding on a motorcycle and then the other one was riding on a horse, but
Yeah,
the
it's
other one was
always
just shirtless.
right. It's always the
Just
motif
shirtless.
of one of them in the motorcycle and the other one in the horse.
Yes. So the one on the horse was shirtless and he looked like a god of vengeance and he had a bow and arrow and he was effortlessly dodging all of the I guess the Englishmen, right? They're supposed to be English.
Yeah.
All the Englishmen's like you know, attacks. So that was pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I think probably one of the funniest parts about this is that the woman, the English woman who is supposed to be the love interest of the of one of the guys, she's totally okay with like the guy and his buddy basically destroying the entirety of his of her people's, like, I guess, settlement or castle, because basically I guess the English were just really crappy people towards the just like all of them were crappy towards the Indian people. So
Well,
I guess she's okay with all that death
at least
happening.
at least in the
there was
movie.
like a dance sequence.
Yes, there was a dance sequence. At least in the film, the English portrayed, other than her, were considered to be evil. So it was justified. They had a reason for getting rid of all those guys. all those dudes.
But I mean, basically, nobody else was redeemable except her. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And she was okay with it.
Yeah, that one was a little wild. But they had a pretty good dance sequence. So
Yeah, I
maybe,
will say that
so maybe
the
it's,
dancing was
okay.
top-notch.
Yeah. All right, I think I have enough to level up. Let me see. So yes, then ultimate assessment, John. Recommend or not recommend? What am
I
doing?
would say it's worth a watch. Worth a watch.
Well, at least you took a chance.
It's a very fun movie, but I don't know if I'd watch it again. Mostly because it's kind of like the same way that I don't feel like I would watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure again.
Because life is short. Okay, I think I just need to kill this blasted whip. Okay, I think I might be close. I think I need 3,200. Okay, no, actually I have enough. Let's go ahead and level up.
I guess apart from that, I've also been watching season 2 of The Boys. Have you been keeping up with that?
Yeah, I think I'm in season 2, episode 5.
Nice. I might be right there with you.
Where did you drop off?
Let me think. Hold on. I'm getting destroyed by some birds.
Okay, trying to check this guide for points here. Dexterity 12, Faith 14, Strength 22, Endurance 15, Vigor 18. Let's see, what is the thing that allows you to carry more weight? It's endurance. Oh man, why did I go all the way back? Okay, let's go with faith is already where it needs to be. All right. Some more endurance. See if I can actually equip something useful.
Alright, so you said that you're in episode 5?
Yes.
So I think I'm pretty close to where you are, I think. Have you seen, I guess, spoilers for The Boys Season 2, but have you already seen the scene where Black Noir attacks The Boys.
Yes, I have seen that actually.
Okay, so I left off at that episode. That's like that's the same episode where at the end, Stormfront and what's his face, Homelander do it at the end.
Wait, Stormfront and Homelander do it?
Yeah.
I mean, they go into the cabin. I don't know. Do they actually suggest that they do the deed?
Well, in it definitely happens at the end of the episode. I don't know if it's an after credit sequence or something, but it definitely happens.
Oh, wait a second. I think I left off like 6-7 minutes before the episode ended,
Mhm.
because I needed to sleep. That's only a half truth. Well, I guess I have to look forward to that now.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, so I guess you have something to look forward to.
Yes, I will look forward to that.
But yeah, I guess we're at the same episode. So I guess what are your impressions so far about that, about the show, about the season?
I am finding Stormfront to be incredibly manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's probably some more history to her and all this stuff. But yeah, she just kind of grinds my gears.
I see what you mean.
I thought it was funny. I don't know if it's funny, but I thought it was at the very least humorous that Homelander needed that. Sorry, spoilers for season 2 of The Boys for a while. Homelander needed that doppelganger guy to like dress up as that person that took care of him. It was yeah, it's just very unpleasant.
Yeah, you mean Madeline?
Yeah, yes, Madeline.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
I'm like, how long
Also
has
pretty
this been
messed up.
going on? I don't want to think about this.
I mean, I think at least our favorite C story or our favorite C plot about the Deep has already, I guess, kind of left its kind of weird its weird fixation with his guilt. So that's good.
Is it actually over? Like, it seems, I guess he got married or something.
Yes. One thing I am liking about this season is it feels like they're fleshing out M a little bit more.
Say that again.
It feels like they're fleshing out MM a little bit more.
Oh yeah. I think it's just kind of I feel a sense of worry every time I notice that the boys are kind of just like a very loose organization. Actually, at any moment, one of them could just like walk off.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, you feel safety in like your group, and the show makes it so that these guys are just like one step away from like abandoning one another.
Yeah, that is a pretty good way to put it. I feel like that is conveyed pretty heavily throughout the show.
What's with all these text messages? Every time I start streaming, I get text messages. frustrating how these guys can just one-shot you every time.
You're fighting the those giant swordsmen that are occasionally on horses.
Are they giant swordsmen? Are you actually looking at the stream? It just looks like armored dudes with what are they called? Scimitars? Maybe they're scimitars.
Yeah, they have a giant sword. Those guys are pretty annoying to fight, yeah. But I think that they're easier to fight whenever they're mounted, just because I usually find mounted combat easier. Whenever they're on the ground, they have really weird patterns.
I don't disagree with their style of fighting. What I don't care for is just the fact that one hit and you're prone, and then you're just set up for the next shot, which generally means death.
By the way, I guess since the last time that we spoke, that Lord of the Rings show started. I can't imagine you've caught any of that though.
No, I have not. Is it good?
I like it. I think my impression of the show is that it's very expensive. It's very, very expensive. But I think that the story is also pretty okay. You know, it's no Breaking Bad, it's no Better Call Saul, it's no Schindler's List, but it's good.
So, watching what is it called? The Rings of Power?
Yes.
Watching the Rings of Power, have you discovered some important piece of lore that you were not aware of before?
Well, from one of my friends who is really into the Lord of the Rings lore, he says that they do veer quite a bit off of like the timelines and not too much of the lore. I guess not too much of the lore in the sense that, you know, I guess the actual names and possibly not like the artifacts, but they do veer a little bit in like, you know, who does something, or when something occurred, or you know, when a certain tribe of people appeared in Middle Earth, that kind of stuff.
So, certain details are different than what you assume.
Yeah, I guess they're different from the canonical stuff.
Gotcha.
So I can't say that I've specifically learned a piece of lore because not all of it is 100% reliable to the actual source material.
Are you gonna keep watching? How far have you actually gone in?
I'm caught up to the latest episode. So I would say I do intend on continuing to watch unless they completely, I don't know, destroy it or something. In case they have like a scene where Sauron starts twerking, I think I'll keep watching.
Sauron starts what?
Twerking.
Oh, I see. Actually, I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard that Sauron at this point is actually not a giant eye.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually some sort of entity in the world.
Yeah, I think that Sauron, even in the movies, his eye is just like kind of a device, and he could have manifested into, you know, that
Actually,
big, scary.
Sorry, go ahead.
armored dude. No, I was just gonna say big scary armored dude.
I heard that in a longer cut of Lord of the Rings, um, what's his name? Aragorn. During that final battle, he's supposed to face some sort of manifestation of Sauron, which is like some sort of a demonic knight. Like the hand of Sauron, the mouth of Sauron. I don't know what it is. Do you know anything about that?
So I think that is supposed to happen in the books. I haven't seen the movies, so I don't know if that happens in the movies. Is that what happens?
Potentially. I've never seen the longer cut of Lord of the Rings, so I don't actually know.
Oh, I see. I mean, realistically, in the books at least, the main there. I don't think that they ever really, engage Sauron in combat. Yeah, they engage like some of his bigger lackeys, but I don't think that they directly engage Sauron, and that's kind of one of the more notable points about Lord of the Rings is that you had this big bad guy that was kind of looming over Middle Earth, but you never really saw him or fought him. He was more like a presence.
What are you doing? But he did show up in the first movie during the intro. He was fighting Elrond or something, right? Like when he just like swiped his sword, like what's it called? Muso style game, like Onimusha, and just like swept away like 100 people.
Really? Is that what happened?
You don't remember that?
Well, I didn't watch the movies.
The Lord of the Rings, the original one? You haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings films.
Oh yeah, you should watch it. If
probably
if your purpose in coming to this stream was fielding out the question, should I watch the original Lord of the Rings trilogy? The answer is yes.
That's good to know. I mean, I've seen the Hobbit trilogy. Does that count?
Why?
I actually had it in my my to-do list to watch the Lord of the Rings series, the Lord of the Rings film series. And I kind of started with the Hobbit first, just so that I wouldn't get insanely disappointed after watching the Lord of the Rings film series. But I actually haven't gotten to that series. And right when I was going to do so is when this show decided to come out. So I was like, okay, let me watch this one, so that if I do watch the movies and they're great, I don't get disappointed by this.
I see. You decided to watch it in chronological order?
I guess so. Even though apparently this story in Lord of the Rings, or in the Rings of Power, is supposed to take place well before The Hobbit.
Right, so excuse me. Chronological order then.
In a way.
So you were like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Star Wars. I'm gonna start with the prequel movies.
Can you believe that I haven't watched the original, or not the original trilogy, I guess, the old trilogy?
So actually, here's a fun fact. I am pretty sure that I saw the original trilogy as a kid, but it must have been when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. And
Wow.
I remember bits and pieces of it, but that's about it. I've never felt compelled to actually watch any of the old stuff. That being said, I'm not particularly a huge Star Wars fan or anything like that. I did watch the prequel trilogy, and that's a difficult one to praise. I did like the
It was
third one.
fantastic. It was fantastic, is what
It
you
was
wanted to say. This is why there's all those Ewan McGregor memes on the internet, is because of how fantastic those movies were.
These blasted wolves.
I've actually seen the first film in the prequel series. I think it was around the time that they were like re-releasing the prequels in 3D for some reason, and I decided to watch it with some friends in the theaters. And I don't remember that movie one bit.
Well, did you? Again, the question boils down to: would you recommend watching it to somebody that hasn't?
Who or what are you talking about? The Rings of Power?
No, the prequel movies, the
Oh, I
Star
mean,
Wars
I've only
prequel
seen
movies.
I've
What?
only seen the first one, so I wouldn't. I don't think I'd recommend it because I don't even remember the first one. Not necessarily because I think they're bad movies. It's interesting though. I haven't seen any of the films, but I did find the first season of The Mandalorian was pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen any of The Mandalorian?
No, and to be perfectly honest with you, it's one of those situations where I I was unhappy that they made such a big deal out of that baby. I was upset. I'm sure that it was a fine show.
Is it because you don't like Yoda babies?
I'm sure Yoda baby is fine. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. Let's just say
So I guess
babies
you
are
didn't
not my
like.
cup of tea in general.
I guess you didn't like the premise, is what you're saying.
I didn't like what?
You didn't like the premise.
No, not really.
That's
Is
fair
the
enough.
premise get baby from safety from A to B?
Well, yeah, in a way, in a way, and I guess kooky adventures ensue between A and B.
Between Ang Lee, is that what you said?
Between A and B.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's I wouldn't I'd certainly consider watching it, but I've got so many other things to watch. It's a little silly for me to put time into something where I am very half-hearted about it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough. Have you been watching anything new recently on TV? Maybe on YouTube?
Uh, on YouTube, not really. I have been watching season 2 of Dark Side of the Ring, which is a wrestling documentary show.
Oh, that sounded like the Lord of the Rings show.
Just watching the stories of some old wrestlers and how they succeeded or failed. Generally, most of these stories end in tragedy, unfortunately.
It sounds pretty awful.
I did see that movie, excuse me. Nope.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Well, I liked it. I just don't think that people that saw Us and what was the other name of the movie? What was the other movie?
Was it Get Out?
Get Out. Yeah, if you're looking for something with a heavy meaning like that, I don't know that you would find it with this one. The premise is that these people live in a horse ranch, and they find an alien or an alien ship, and then you discover what the alien ship actually is.
That's pretty interesting.
Wow, how many of these guys have to kill? Let's see, where are we? 2,000. I need 3,300.
Do you or have you spent your consumables that give you experience?
What
Your
are
runes?
those?
So if you look in your inventory, there is, I think it's going to be like called Greater Rune or something to that effect. And they look kind of like circles, and if you cycle through the smaller ones, I think they go up in like number, in a parenthetical number.
What are
It's,
they, under what menu item category are they?
they should be under consumables.
There's no consumables category.
Go to where your flasks are and maybe go to the bottom.
Well, I do have golden runes here. Used to gain a small number of runes. So that's all they do? They just give you EXP? You can't use them for anything else.
Yes, that's correct.
Nice. I'm going to consume them, I guess.
Kind of a persistent way to keep runes. They're really just kind of stuff that you find. So, unless you plan on dying shortly, you're pretty safe to use them.
Oh, beautiful. That gave me a lot. I'm sure I missed the menu things at some point that told me that I should do that. Okay, I have enough to level up.
Nice.
Nice. Some more endurance. Let's see if I can equip anything else. Ah, my greatsword keeps giving me a heavy load. Alright, time to fight something bigger.
The way have you been keeping up with Better Call Saul?
What did I tell you I saw last time in terms of Better Call Saul?
I think it was season 2. I forget exactly where you were at.
So I did finish season 2. And I guess spoilers for season 2, but Jimmy's able to do this scheme where he's able to take this case away from H&M or H&M. What is the thing?
It's Hamlin McGill, so it's HHM.
HHM for Kim. And then his brother is just like trying to find some proof that he actually like messed with the papers.
Mm-hmm.
And after he fails, and after Jimmy takes him to the hospital, he tries to quit law, but then Jimmy's like, oh, by the way, you weren't crazy. You actually had it right all along. And then he's like, oh, have you committed perjury? And he's like, yes, but it's your word against mine. And of course, I knew the moment that he said that he would have some sort of tape recorder.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, come on, dude, why can't you just like let it be?
But how could you know Chuck has a debilitating electromagnetic hypersensitivity?
He only chooses to activate it or chooses to respond to it at convenient times. Or like he chooses to activate it when there's not something important writing on the line. Wow. It's like I'm trying to run away from the giant stump. And then of course he can stomp twice. Why didn't I think about that?
By the way, was that the episode where Mike was about to shoot? I guess spoilers in the Better Call Saul season 2, but was that the scene where he was about to shoot Hector?
Yeah. And then he
Episode,
didn't,
right?
of course.
Yeah. But then afterwards, there was a what's it called? A threatening sign telling him to not do it in his car, right?
Yes.
Who do you think that is?
Well, isn't that just the guy that he's been constantly talking to?
Which guy?
Hector Salamanca's lackey who has been talking to
Oh.
Mike.
Oh, you're talking about Nacho.
Yeah, Nacho. I was
could
pretty
be.
sure that was Nacho.
Mhm.
Who else would it be? Well, taking down these giants is no small feat. They even have like wind burst, I guess.
Yes. Those guys are really annoying to take down.
Maybe picking these guys for a fight was not a good idea. Alright. It's like I wasted 5 flasks on wine and I'm still like 4/7 of the way. What a nightmare. let's go do some exploring, I guess. But before we do that, I'm gonna go get something to drink and take a quick break. So I will be right back.
Sounds good.
Alright, and we are back. Oh, and actually, let's go into intermission mode. So while that's playing, are you actually there, John?
I am here, yes.
So I decided to get something new, something I picked up at the old bottle shop today. This is a Warlock from Southern Tier, and apparently it's a limited release, which means that it's not there all the time. It's an Imperial Pumpkin Stout, and so you can't really have the autumn season without a pumpkin beer. Are you a fan of pumpkin in general, John?
I would say so. I like pumpkins. I like pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice.
I hear that a lot of pumpkin flavored things don't actually have pumpkin, that they have like other spices that are associated with pumpkin. To be perfectly honest with you, it's okay. I don't mind it. I like my cinnamon and etc. So I've never had this one. Let me see actually what Untapped has to say about this. Warlock. Here we go. Can't remember the last thing I had from Southern Tier Brewing. It's a pumpkin yam beer. The unbeatable pumpkin recipe was adapted for the stout beer style in 2011. Dark and mysterious, reignite your senses with Warlock's huge roasted malt character, moderate carbonation, and spiced pumpkin aroma. So let's see if that holds true. Actually smells like freshly brewed beer. Can't taste the malt. Let's give it a taste. So, fag and ale. So very malty, actually. Almost kind of like a pumpkin spice latte, actually, in beer form. Very drinkable. Some bitterness in the background, but nothing too overpowering. I like it. It's not bad. So if you need a pumpkin beer, you can't go wrong with Warlock, and it's Imperial, which suggests that it has high alcohol content. Let's see, where does it stand? 8.6%. That's pretty Imperial if you ask me. So yeah. Okay, ticker's updated. Let's go back to the action.
Make sure to have an Imperial Stout when the Queen of England died.
You know, I didn't think about it. Not that I thought too much about the Queen of England's death. But then again, maybe I should have. Let's go back over here.
Yeah, I think you should do a posthumous toast to the Queen of England. That way you don't alienate all of your English fans.
You know, I am sure that as it is with most humans, they were a complex person who achieved great good, but also made a few mistakes along the way. And that's okay. That's everyone. So let's celebrate their lives. Let's not get too ornery about some of the bad things. Let's try to rectify our wrongs. And I think that's good.
Fair enough. Okay, so actually, really quick, touching back on Better Call Saul, I think that was also the season where Chuck hits his head, right?
Oh yeah, that was nasty.
So did you actually think that he died at that episode? Because I totally did.
I certainly thought that could have happened. Certainly one of my first thoughts.
Mm-hmm. That would have been an interesting way to take the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, hey. That being said, again, I'm not a Chuck fan, unfortunately. But if he had kicked the bucket then, I would not have been that upset about it.
Well, I don't know if anybody's really supposed to be rooting for Chuck at this point, even though, you know, he is kind of suffering from some mental illness.
Yeah, I kind of just find him insufferable. You keep trying to help the guy and he keeps backstabbing you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So actually, my time is drawing to a close. Family's coming a bit earlier than usual, and they certainly love it when I stream. So I should probably end quickly. So just running around uncharted territory. You know, it would be nice that even though you don't have the map for a certain area, that like pieces of the map would start getting uncovered as you explore it.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't decide to do that, but I guess it is what it is. Although if they did do that, it would be a lot like World of Warcraft.
Speaking of which, you said you've been playing Wrath of the Lich King. How's that going?
So, it's actually the pre-patch right now. So, Wrath of the Lich King is not formally out until Monday. So, I've been having a lot of fun actually. They have this buff where it's 50% experience increase for everything. So that's like monster kills, quests, dungeon runs. So it's been really enjoyable to level up some characters. I've been playing a Death Knight with some friends. And then on the side, I've been leveling up a shaman as a healer to just do dungeons with. Because there's anything that I like to do back when I was younger and I played Wrath of the Lich King was just run a bunch of dungeons.
So I'm assuming by suggesting that it is in pre-patch that all of Burning Crusade is released at this point, including the Sunwell.
Yes, that's correct.
Back in the day, I always thought that was such a weird addition because the patch before that was the Illidan fight, and then they decided to add one more boss before the actual release of Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess it's kind of an odd addition considering the main boss had already been defeated, but
Actually, it reminds me now that, and that's since we're talking about Lord of the Rings, it reminds me of apparently in the original books, after they destroy the ring and Sauron or whatever, they go back and apparently the hobbits or the Fellowship has to still go up against like a Wormtongue.
yes, the Scouring of the Shire is what you're talking about. It's interesting because that's something that they deliberately excluded from Lord of the Rings, I think, just because of how much extra screen time that would have required. And yeah, it is kind of funny that they included that, or that Tolkien included that right after, they actually defeated the big bad and destroyed the ring.
Isn't it, you've essentially taken down the main enemy, who is stronger than any other enemy you could face, and yet you decide to put this additional altercation for some reason.
Well, it was loose ends because it was actually Saruman and Wormtongue who were just kind of both being jerkbags, and they had decided to destroy the Shire because of how petty and evil they were. But it did give the hobbits a moment, I guess an additional moment, because they did have quite a few moments, during the actual fight for Minas Tirith, I think.
Right.
Yeah. They also obviously, well, maybe not obviously. I'm being presumptuous, but they did exclude a lot of scenes with that wizard Tom Bombadil from the Lord of the Rings film series. If you're aware of that character.
I am aware of him. Thomas Bombadil.
Yes. Give me one quick second.
What is that? What is this?
All right, I'm back.
Wow, I discovered a point of grace in the middle of nowhere,
Nice.
in another part of the map that I haven't charted yet.
Yeah, kind of looking at your stream, it's funny. I think you've explored more than I have.
Yeah, I've kind of just wandered around here and there, kind of aimlessly. I will probably say that the most progress I've done today is finding this point of grace, which is quite sad when you think about it. But actually, with that, I actually have to take off.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, let's go back to the intermission mode. Hopefully some of you had fun. This was a largely uneventful stream, but at least we talked some media, we talked some movies. We discovered a little bit about ourselves. And maybe that made everything worthwhile after all. Maybe it was important for us to wake up this morning. Any parting words, John?
Not much except, I guess, wish me luck tomorrow. I have to take a test for a technical certification.
Examinations as an adult.
Yes.
All for the good, all for the advancement of profession, as they say. Well, my best wishes to you. I'm sure chat wishes you the same. And for those of you interested in following my adventures, tune in next week, Thursday. I'll do retro, and I'm still playing Banjo-Kazooie. And if you tune in Friday around 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'll be going back to Hades. And then maybe some more Elden Ring. But yeah, with that, let's draw this to a close. Thank you very much for joining us today, John. and everyone else out there, stay thirsty.